Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about corn plant and pothos combo. You can see this is my corn plant and pothos combination which I bought last year, and I didn't repot it since I bought this plant in late fall, and I didn't feel the need to do it as both the plants were doing great. Now I noticed that the corn plant is slightly tilted to one side while the pothos is not at all doing great, and I'm sure there is something going on which needs to be addressed. So what I'm going to be doing is that I'm just going to check the roots and possibly replacing the soil. Additionally, I'm thinking of transferring this plant to a new container. Let's get started. Oh, alright, so here is the new container which is an inch larger than the old pot right here, and it has good drainage. It is important when you repot your plant, make sure the container must have good drainage holes. Unfortunately, my pothos, you can see it's not at all looking good. The vines are droopy, they look sad. However, I checked for any infestation and I didn't find any of them. And before diving into roots, I'm gonna trim away all the dead leaves or leaves which are not looking healthy. And as you can see, I have used this stick to support this plant to maintain its balance. And now I'm gonna take this big plant out of this container. However, I'm not sure if I can handle it alone, but I love my plants, so I'll try my best. Although it's heavy, but it came out effortlessly. And firstly, I'm gonna free these pothos from the corn plant. And oh my gosh, what it is! It feels something in here. Let me cut it off, and I feel like there is something. It's a thin sheet. I don't know what it is. You can see here. I have no idea. If you know, let me know in the comments. I guess probably they have been used to just pot them in. And now I'm gonna untangle all these vines and also gonna remove the old potting soil. And as you can see, these vines look pretty healthy, so I'm gonna keep them separate. I have removed almost all of the potting soil from my plant, and look at the roots, they look pretty dry. And that's the reason I need to be more careful while removing these vines and the soil. But still, some of the roots were lost during the whole process. However, I don't see any infestation on these plants, but still, as a preventative measure, I'm going to be using this neem oil. I'm going to spray around the roots just to prevent from any damage or diseases. And now here you can see this plant is free from the old soil. I'm going to be shifting this into new container. And for transplanting our plants in a container, we need a healthy, organically rich potting mix. Like all other tropical plants, Dracaena fragrans also loves to thrive in a well-drained, organically rich potting soil. And for that, here I have used vermiculite, perlite and worm castings for nutrition, and some cocoa coir. And look at the very texture of this soil. Let me just show you. You can see here it is able to bind at the same time. It's just slipping away from the hands. So this type of potting soil is required for Dracaena fragrans. And now I'm just gonna transfer my plant. I'm gonna put 2-3 layers of soil at the very base of the planter. I'm gonna place this plant in the center and making sure that it gets at the same depth as it was in the old pot. And now I'm gonna fill in the space around the root ball with some fresh potting mix. I'm gently gonna press it down because shaking the planter is not gonna help here. And you can see I'm just gonna leave about an inch of a space between the top of the mix and the pot's rim to allow for watering. And here I'm also wondering whether I should get rid of this pothos or should put it back. But I have decided to give it another try. I'm just gonna cut away all the unhealthy vines and I'm gonna place the healthy ones in here to give it another chance. Let's see whether I hope they will survive. And I believe that we should always send out the positive vibes to our plants so that they thrive in our home. And I'm just gonna place these vines around the corn plant stalk, and I'm just trying to trail them up so that they grow upwardly. And it is important to water the plant thoroughly after repotting it. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna water it fully. I would allow the excess water to drain out from the drainage, and when you water like this, it allows the soil to settle in properly and it kind of initiates the plant's adjustment to its new environment. However, I would say that be careful, do not flood your plant. Water it slowly and thoroughly. Once you see water coming out from the drainage, just stop watering. And here are my remaining vines. I'm still pretty optimistic about them, although they are not looking very healthy, but I'm just gonna cut off all the unhealthy leaves or stems or roots, and then gonna place them in jar filled with water. And you can see here, I don't want to trash away all these vines because I believe that, pothos can be grown in water as well. And in case your pothos plants are not doing well, just take them off from the mud, from the soil, and put them back in water, and they will thrive definitely. And here is an update after 2 weeks. You can see I'm thrilled to see how well my plants are doing. They have become incredibly beautiful and lively. I believe that changing the soil has greatly contributed to the revival of my corn plant and pothos. And at last, I would say avoid three things right after repotting. First, direct sunlight. Second, overwatering, and third, over fertilizing. And your plants, especially pothos and dracaena, these are really resilient plants and will thrive in your home for a long time. And thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you really find this video helpful, give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay happy and happy planting.